start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the 27, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McIntyre. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and this is picked up by the defense. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Here's Pierce. Touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And his throw here's incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on the punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try to slow them down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Off the mark, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. To throw is Watson.
No, get the fuck out of here, bruh. Guys, turned all the way fucking around, man. Get him, get him, get him. Oh.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and when he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Watson now to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back to throw, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season.
How'd he start off? How'd the game start off 4-0?
Extra point by
Two saved.
is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Bring it out. Come on.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. McIntyre swings this one out wide for Pierce. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as they have taken the lead.
Oh.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points going on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. At their own 13-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Can't do anything.
Back to throw. McIntyre. He is going to
couldn't do anything.
Here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Looking to throw. McIntyre gets the dump off to Pierce. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
To throw on 3rd down, McIntyre. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at about the 14. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. So not only
clearly I have to put it on.
The punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
Terrible game,
and the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big. That's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
To throw on 2nd down, McIntyre. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Shamrocks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 14 yards. Now Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and very short, Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I would have loved it if he actually handed the ball off. No. We got a fumble risky all game.
Down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
The field goal would have been a pretty decent length, but I'm still kind of surprised they didn't kick it.
Yeah, I know, because you think you take the 3 there, trust him, but at the same time, if you can't pick up a few inches in this situation, you probably don't deserve to win the game anyway. Go get it, and they did.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Channing Tindall.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. On third down, McIntyre. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Dameon Pierce
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Shamrocks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Off of play action, it's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, it's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Pierce now up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. It's another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third down, here's Pierce. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd and 10, Watson going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
Watson looks to throw again. Drops it off for Chubb. They find some open field here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
That will go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
To throw again on second down. Watson, the quick slant caught. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Deshaun Watson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McIntyre. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Going for it with Pierce. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas.
Is that Izzy?
Coach tells you to do so.
and maybe you've actually kicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
That's a lot of Mike Tyson's.
About to get started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watson on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Wide receiver got hit.
Got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this.
We had him beat.
I think he's in line. We've
And then he
discussed
did
it
it.
before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But it really increased it in recent seasons because the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense. Good place today.
Another carry for Pierce.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 26-yard line.
Give to Pierce.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed.